What's up guys, my name is Evan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about anxiety. What is anxiety and how you can heal from it. Just to preface this video, I just want to make you guys aware that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I don't really have any of these credentials. I'm just a guy that has had anxiety for the vast majority of my life, and it's something that I have completely healed from, and it's a wonderful feeling. As I sit right now in front of this camera, in front of you guys, I have zero anxiety. It's something that I have completely healed myself of, and so I just wanted to share with you guys how I did that, because it's not a genetic condition. It's not something that you're stuck with for the rest of your life, and so I just wanted to share with you guys how I went about healing myself so that you can take some concrete steps yourself toward the direction of living a more easeful and authentic life. So just to start off the video, I want to define anxiety. What is anxiety? And to me, anxiety is two things at once. It's a dysregulated nervous system and it's trapped emotional energy in the body. And I'll go into each of those things now. What is a dysregulated nervous system? A dysregulated nervous system happens when we go through a traumatic or overwhelming experience and we lack the tools, we lack the ability to regulate ourselves back into a state of homeostasis. So as we're growing up as children, regulating our nervous system is not something that we naturally know how to do. It's something that is modeled to us by the people around us, and it's something that is shown to us how to do, and we naturally learn it from other people around us. So the problem is that many of us, when we're little, our caregivers did not teach us how to regulate our nervous system. They didn't teach us how to regulate our emotions. And so as we went through this traumatic experience, this overwhelming experience, what happens is the fight or flight mechanism of our nervous system is activated, which essentially is a built-in mechanism in our human biology that basically primes our nervous system for danger. When there's danger present, or when there is some kind of a situation that we need to react to very rapidly, it activates our nervous system into the fight, flight, or also freeze response, which helps us to react to that danger in the moment. The problem arises when, after that initial moment of danger has passed, we get stuck in that fight, flight, or freeze response. And the nervous system remains activated, it remains primed for danger. And so long after that experience has passed, we remain stuck in that state. The nervous system remains primed for danger long after the event is over. And returning to a state of homeostasis is something that we need to practice. It's something that we need to learn how to do to regulate the nervous system back into a relaxed state. So that's the first part of what anxiety is. It's an activated nervous system that has gone through a traumatic or overwhelming experience that lacks the resources to return to a state of regulation, a state of homeostasis. The second part of anxiety is trapped emotional energy that gets stuck in your body as a result of going through these experiences, these traumatic or overwhelming experiences. Oftentimes, as we go through these experiences, there's a large emotional charge that's produced within the body, whether that emotion is fear, anger, grief, whatever that emotion is that is produced within that experience. If we are not able to fully feel and to fully express, to fully go through that experience, that emotion, it will remain stuck in our body through the mechanism of suppression. So if the situation is not safe for us to fully feel our emotions, what happens is there's the mechanism built within us, the mechanisms of suppression and repression, which essentially means that we go into a state of resistance to ourselves, to our own emotions, and we push it down into our body out of our conscious awareness. What this does is it allows us to go through the experience without becoming totally overwhelmed by our emotions. Because when we are experiencing a really powerful emotional state and we need to survive, these two things can conflict with each other. We can't sit down and and move through our powerful and intense emotions if we also need to be able to react and respond to the situation that's happening around us. So as these mechanisms take over, the suppression and the repression, and we push the emotion down, we resist it, we suppress it, push it out of the conscious awareness, push it deep down into the body. This allows us to remain responsive to what is happening around us and to be attentive and survive. So this is kind of just naturally what happens when we're not afforded the space and the safety to process these intense emotions in the moment. The problem occurs when these emotions get stuck in our body. They literally get trapped in our physiology and they stay with us long after the experience is over, similar to this dysregulated nervous system. These emotions stay trapped in the body. They remain unprocessed, unfelt, and unresolved. And so we carry these things around with us. This energy stays trapped within our body. It stays trapped within our actual physiology. And then as a result, this trapped emotion produces thoughts. It produces thoughts in our mind. So let's say that during one of these overwhelming experiences, we experienced a lot of fear, but we weren't able to process it in the moment. So what happened is we suppressed it into our body. Well, that fear, that emotional energy of fear remains stuck and trapped in our body. And then as a result, we think fearful thoughts. The thoughts are kind of like a surface phenomenon. They're like bubbles coming up to the surface, carrying this energy of fear. Because fear has a certain energy associated with it. There's a certain vibration. And then the thoughts, there are thoughts that vibrate on that frequency, on that emotional energy of fear. And so the trapped emotional energy that's stuck in our body is actually the root cause of what is producing the thoughts. We think what it is that, oh, we're thinking fearful thoughts and therefore we feel fear. No, it's actually the other way around. It's actually the fear that is stuck in our body that then produces the surface phenomenon of the thoughts. So it's very important that we deal with the stuck emotional energy in our body and don't go to the mind to try to figure everything out. So that is actually the way in which you heal anxiety. If you want to heal from your anxiety, the primary thing that you need to be doing is somatic work. You need to be working with the body. You need to be learning how to regulate your nervous system. And then once your nervous system is in a regulated state, then you deal with the trapped emotional energy that's stuck in your body. There are many, many ways in which you can learn somatic practices. Some of the simplest and most effective ways that I have personally found are through breathing, breath work practices. This helps to regulate the nervous system. It helps to bring it back into a state of homeostasis. Because when we look at our body and the physiological functions that we have control over, there are very, very few. You know, you don't have control over how your hair grows. You don't have control over your heartbeat. You don't have control over the food digesting in your stomach. What you do have control over, though, is your breath. And through breathing, through learning to come in contact with your breath and to take deep breaths, you can begin to regulate the entire system through breathing. Another powerful way that I've found to regulate the nervous system is to be around people that are in a regulated state. Because when we can go to other people that have learned to regulate their nervous system and we can be around them, what happens is there's a co-regulation. Our nervous system begins to mirror the state of the other person's nervous system, and then we can enter into a more relaxed state by association. It's like by osmosis, by being around a group of people that are calm and peaceful and that are in a regulated state. So breath work, co-regulation with other people is very powerful. Yoga as well, yoga and meditation. A lot of people think that meditation is like a mind-based activity, but really what meditation is about learning to be present in your body in the present moment. So meditation, yoga, also exercise is great. Exercise, anything that's going to help you get into your body is really going to help you resolve your anxiety. What you really want to be doing is learning to regulate your nervous system, get into that regulated state where you feel calm and peaceful and in the moment. And then you want to be working with the trapped, stuck emotional energy that's stuck in your body. And the entire key to this is somatic work, somatic experiencing. Somatic refers to the body. Because we can sit and talk therapy all day. We can think about these, all the events that happen to us in our life and ruminate about them and analyze them. But ultimately, it's not going to help you bring regulation to your nervous system. It's not going to help you really resolve the trauma and the stuck emotions that are in your body. It can help. You definitely can have some breakthroughs through talk therapy. And I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying that I think that somatic work, somatic experiencing is a much more direct path to reaching resolution and to helping work through these things in a more direct and pointed way. Like you want to go right to the root. You want to go right to what it is that's causing you to feel this in your body. So this has just been a brief overview of anxiety and some of the things that I've done personally to heal it. I hope that you guys took some value from this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be coming out with more videos primarily on healing, on authenticity, on how to live a more easeful and authentic life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.